Hi, and welcome to my northern Minnesota kitchen. It is definitely fall today, and it's the middle of October, and I am going to make pumpkin bars with creamy cinnamon frosting. These are yummy, yummy bars, and I am going to make them in a 9x9 ceramic pan. And I have a new thing. I've had so many people asking me about ingredients. Some of the ingredients are a little odd in some of the recipes I have. And so I've been linking them on my Walmart and my LTK, which my LTK is new. So that's like to know it if anybody knows what that is. So I've been linking the ingredients needed for these recipes on there. So if you click on there, I do earn a really small commission that I use to buy dog food to feed my dogs. That's about how much you make off of those affiliate commissions. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So these are a really good fall treat, good all the way through October and November. And I'm going to give these away to a group of people that we know that need some baked goods today. So I'm hoping that they absolutely love them. All right, let's go. If you're still watching me after that long intro. So we're going to do all of our dry ingredients first. So you need 1 cup of flour. And again, if you want to make a 9x13 pan, double this recipe. I'm just making a 9x9 pan. So 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Like I said, I will link all of this. One teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. The next recipe I'm making today is maple cookies with real maple syrup. So you might want to stick around for that one too. Today's baking day around here. 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Find my 4th without my reading glasses. Okay, and that's it for the dry ingredients. Now, the wet ingredients, 2 eggs. Dump those in there. Okay, 1 cup of sugar. Actually, hold on the sugar thing. I don't know what happened to my mixing spoon. I'm gonna go grab that. And then you can preheat your oven to 350 degrees too. Okay, I'm gonna mix the eggs in just a tad bit here. Okay, 3/4 cup of white sugar. So I've got my 1/2 and my 1/4. Okay, and then a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I have the butter here on the counter, but the butter is for the frosting in this recipe. All right, and now the famed pumpkin. Do not use pumpkin pie filling. Use pureed pumpkin. And I'm going to use 1/2 of this can. Okay, so I have 1/2 of a can of pumpkin. That. And then if you have the other 1/2 a can and you have large dogs, they love this on their food. And it's really good. So I'm going to save that for her for later. Okay, we're going to mix all this together. And so this is the base of the bars. Now the cinnamon cream cheese frosting that is on the topping is basically the star of the show. I got a couple flour lumps, so we'll whisk that in there. All right, so now grab your 9x13 pan And this, usually everything comes out of this really easy, but I'm still going to spray it. Oh, and then I also wanted to do a plug. If you haven't tried this coffee creamer, the Coffee Mate brown butter chocolate chip cookie, this stuff's amazing. I've been drinking it all morning. Really, really good. However, I heard there was a new apple crisp one. I'm going to go try to check that out today when I have to run to Walmart. All right. I don't like to go to Walmart on Saturdays because it's a zoo, but I do have a few things I need to grab. All right, so we're going to put this in here. So now we're going to bake this 350 degrees for 23 to 25 minutes until the cake is completely done. And then we're going to let it cool off and we're going to make the frosting. So I will be back as soon as this is done cooking in the oven, and then we'll show you the final product and make the frosting. Okay, so the pumpkin bars are done. They look like that, and then the little holes in it are from me testing it to make sure they're done. And now we're gonna make the frosting for it. So this is the cinnamon cream cheese frosting. So the pumpkin bars need to be completely cool. So we did that. So now we're gonna take 1 block of cream cheese and 1 stick of butter, and you're gonna have it at room temperature. Then you're gonna take a whisk, you're gonna whisk them together. You can use a stand mixer for this too, but I wanted to show you how to, you can do this by hand too. So you wanna whisk that together. Just keep going. Then you need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. One and a half teaspoons of cinnamon, and then 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Add that, mix that together. Okay, now you are going to need powdered sugar. So this, my recipe calls for 4.5 cups. I feel like that's a lot, but we're gonna see if 4.5 cups is probably about what you need. So I'm gonna use up this one that I had. So that's 1. I'm gonna start with 3. See what that looks like. There's a new bag here. This stuff makes a lovely mess on my counter. And I am dumping it over the bowl because I'm just making sure here. Okay, so that's 3. We're going to start with 3. Okay, we're going to mix it in here. And this is going to turn into, so this isn't going to be a white frosting because we added this cinnamon and vanilla. And we need to whip it good to get all of the So, I mean, you can use a stand mixer. I find that this is good exercise, so I like to whip it in there pretty good. Okay, this is the consistency I like for it, like that. So that's the consistency you want. Okay, so we're gonna whip it good one more time to get all the lumps out. All right, now we're gonna spread it over the top. Oh boy. Okay, so I use a spreader like this. You can use an off-sided one too, or just a knife. A butter knife works too. But do need a spoon. I should probably taste test it. Keep in mind I'm eating this at home, so I did stick my finger in there. Feel free to do that. Okay, and we're going to spread this uncooled. Pumpkin bars. And then we're just going to take the spatula, and this is a thicker frosting, so we're just going to offset it like that with my spreader. Okay, we're going to let that set up, and then we're going to cut them. They cut easier if you store them in the refrigerator. There we go. And there is our cinnamon frosting pumpkin bars. They are amazing, and they're done, and I can't wait to cut into them. And make sure you're checking back, because I also am finishing up my maple sugar, real maple brown sugar cookies with real maple syrup. That's what's up next. So have a wonderful Saturday.